It has carried United States Coast Guard boarding teams into open Atlantic swells. It has been used as a primary response vessel by harbor police departments on both coasts. It runs a 27-foot hull on twin outboard power with a certified capacity of 14 persons, a fuel system that supports genuine offshore range, and a construction standard that the manufacturer guarantees will not sink under any normal operating condition. But here is the question nobody asks when they are standing at the dock admiring it. What actually happens when you push this boat to the edge of every number on its specification sheet simultaneously? That is the question this video answers. Let's get into it. The Boston Whaler 270 Dauntless is built on the same unibond hull construction that defines every Boston whaler produced since 1958, when the founding principle was demonstrated by cutting a 13-foot hull in half and running both pieces under power. Closed cell polyurethane foam fills the void between the inner and outer fiberglass skins, permanently bonded, structurally integrated, and certified by the United States Coast Guard to meet unsinkable flotation standards under full load. That certification is not a marketing position. It is a documented structural characteristic with a defined testing standard behind it. The 270 Dauntless is 27 feet 8 inches in length overall. Beam is 9 feet 6 inches. Maximum draft is 1 foot 9 inches with engines trimmed up. Dry weight without engines is 4,900 pounds. Maximum engine rating is 600 horsepower across twin outboard installations. Certified maximum capacity is 14 persons or 2,388 pounds of persons and gear. Fuel capacity is 200 gallons. Those 5 numbers define the outer boundary of what this boat is legally and structurally rated to do. The standard twin engine configuration pairs 2 Mercury Verado 304-stroke outboards delivering 600 horsepower combined. With a moderate 2-person crew load, the 270 Dauntless reaches a documented top speed of 54 miles per hour, approximately 47 knots. That is the light load, calm water ceiling. Cruise speed for range planning falls between 30 and 35 miles per hour at economical power settings. At that speed, twin Verado 300s consume fuel at a combined rate of approximately 18 to 22 gallons per hour. At 200 gallons and 20 gallons per hour average consumption, the boat carries 10 hours of cruise endurance before the tanks are dry. At 30 miles per hour, that produces a dry tank range of 300 miles. Apply the 1/3 reserve that any offshore operator must treat as non-negotiable, and the operational planning radius becomes 100 miles from departure. That is what this hull honestly delivers on a single fuel load at cruise. Now here is where the stress test begins, because every one of those numbers changes when you push the variables toward their limits simultaneously. Load the 270 Dauntless to its certified maximum of 2,388 pounds at 14 persons, averaging 170 pounds each. That is 2,380 pounds of occupant weight before a single piece of gear goes aboard. The 14-person capacity is a structural and buoyancy rating, not an offshore crew recommendation. The realistic offshore configuration is 4 to 6 persons with full gear and equipment, a load that leaves meaningful reserve and allows the hull to perform at documented specification figures. At maximum certified capacity, top speed drops measurably, fuel consumption increases, and the planning radius contracts in direct proportion. The sea state variable is where the hull's construction philosophy becomes operationally relevant. The 270 Dauntless runs a modified deep V with 22 degrees of transom deadrise. That angle is the structural reason this hull maintains controllable behavior in offshore conditions that force shallower V hulls to reduce power and alter course. At 22 degrees, the hull slices through wave faces rather than riding over them, transferring less vertical acceleration into the deck and the crew. Speed retention in real conditions is the capability that separates documented specification from actual offshore performance, and it is why the U.S. Coast Guard and Harbor Patrol agencies have consistently selected hulls of this type for work where reliability in variable conditions is not optional. The honest accounting follows. Running twin Verado 300s at wide open throttle toward 47 knots, fuel consumption reaches 60 to 70 gallons per hour combined. At that burn rate, 200 gallons lasts less than 3.5 hours. Dry tank range at full throttle drops to approximately 150 miles. With the 1/3 reserve applied, the operational planning radius at maximum speed compresses to 50 miles. You can have 47 knots, or you can have 100 miles of operational radius. You cannot have both on a 200-gallon fuel system. Owners who buy the 270 Dauntless for long-range cruise work get the boat the specification sheet describes. Owners who expect sustained high-speed performance across extended distances discover the fuel system constraint on their first offshore run. The design delivers exactly what the specifications document. Twin Mercury Verado 300s represent a significant power plant investment, and outboard service intervals, impeller replacements, gear oil changes, and corrosion management and saltwater add cost that accumulates quickly over an active season. Boston Whaler's hull construction reduces the structural maintenance burden. The foam-filled fiberglass does not delaminate, does not absorb water, and does not develop osmotic blistering. The engines are the maintenance variable and the performance variable. A well-maintained twin Verado installation delivers documented performance. A neglected one does not, and the gap between the two on twin 300 horsepower outboards is not a small number. The answer to what happens when you push a Boston Whaler 270 Dauntless to its absolute limit is straightforward. The hull performs exactly as the engineering predicts. The unsinkable construction holds. The 22-degree deadrise maintains controlled behavior in conditions that compromise other hulls. The 47-knot speed ceiling is real. The 100-mile operational radius at cruise is reliable. And the constraint that connects every one of those figures is the fuel system. The one variable that cannot be extended by hull design, engine output, or operator skill. Within that boundary, the 270 Dauntless delivers documented offshore capability that justifies its continued selection by operators whose choice of vessel is a professional decision, not a recreational preference. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. More deep boating stories are coming.